Hi, ladies of the temple, streaming to you live. Just checking to make sure. I use Zoom now because it's much more stable. So welcome to tonight's Temple Talk. So excited to be here with you. These talks are Priestess trainings. And so many powerful topics come through to discuss. So grab a journal and a pen, your favorite beverage, light a candle if you desire. I always light a candle to ignite these sacred teachings. So welcome, welcome. How are you doing? We had a very powerful spring equinox activation this weekend. Holy smokes, so many new women jumped in to join us. New community, international, had some European women, some South American women, Canadian sisters. We had initiated women on the line. It was so powerful, igniting our desires, feeling accepted and loved unconditionally, sharing vulnerably and openly. So incredible. And so we've actually also decided to open early bird doors to the 2-month Priestess activation course that is going to run May and June this year. We're super excited. The team worked really hard to put everything together in time for this weekend. We opened doors early for those women that jumped in to receive that activation this weekend. So I've got an incredible group forming, and I'm going to be sharing a lot about that moving forward. But right now we have the earliest pricing available to join us. So early bird doors, early bird pricing to jump in. And one of the bonuses that we created to jump in here in March is that we're going to have a bonus launch group call to ignite your vision for what you want to create throughout the 2-month course. So this is an activation course. So I'll be dropping that link in the comments here below so you can check it out. Beautiful group of women joining us. Imagine what's possible in 2 months together. So from that and from these rich conversations I'm having with women that are jumping in and with the team, we debriefed our powerful weekend, just initiated my Women in the 9-month program last weekend before. So powerful times unlocking and unfolding right now. And one of the biggest pieces I want to speak to is this whole concept of midlife crisis, which, so if you've been in the temple for a while, or especially if you're with me on Saturday, I do cuss. I cuss some. I'm the cussing oracle. I might need to trademark that because it's for real. So when spirit comes through, she speaks very passionately through me to you to ignite the fact that you are here for something important, that your voice in your life matters, and you have special gifts to share with the world. And those gifts are part of the spiritual evolution we're experiencing on the planet right now. And this path is a fast track to uncover what that is, why you're here, and to take divine right action in alignment with the vision, dreams, and goals. Your karma, your dharma, your karma, you came into the world to manifest. And so that's what this path is all about. That was our conversation Saturday and through the 9-month immersion that's just completing here in the spring, and will be the conversation in our intro course May and June. And so if you're here in the temple, you have incredible gifts and skills, and you've been hiding most likely. You may have been hiding behind others, supporting them in their businesses, helping other people run whatever they're up to in the world. You haven't exactly birthed your thing, or if you have birthed your thing, you're not fully in it yet. You're not in the space where you know you're giving 110% of all your gifts, skills, and abilities, not just the part that's comfortable, but all of you. It's a big part of what we talked about Saturday is integration of all aspects of yourself, that we can no longer compartmentalize ourselves here sexually and here mentally and here emotionally and here professionally and here in my relationships and over here. So like I can be all these 5 different people because I only feel safe to be them in these compartmentalized boxes. This is a whole integration of who you are and what you came here to bring. And this also speaks to this title tonight, and what we've been in conversation with here in the temple and my groups, is that your personal life, what you have experienced in your life, has specifically created you to bring the gifts and skills forward. You're here to manifest your specific experience, all of your crisis and trauma and heartbreak and breakdown and breakthrough and loss and abandonment and all of that has actually crafted you into the perfect person to serve the people you're here to serve. And so that's another aspect of integration as we look at all the different things that have happened in our lives and recognize they actually crafted us to be the perfect person to do what we came here to do. And what we came here to do is our unique blueprint based on our experiences. And so it can feel like in this conversation around personal crisis or midlife crisis, it's all bullshit. It's a societally created construct to make you feel bad about the fact that you're going through a big change, that your life is shifting. What has been is no longer working. And for a lot of us, we're in that right now. And this is a big call out straight into your heart of compassion that you're not alone, that what you're experiencing is completely natural, that all the old systems we've been born into are deconstructing. And it's a scary place to be. I get it. I'm in the middle of it with you right now. I'm going through big shifts and changes in my life and in my business. And my business is not only my spiritual practice, but it's in my anchoring cord and why I know that I'm here. And I desire that for all of you, because I sense that if you're here in the temple, you know you're here for something important and you're not doing it yet. And there's belief systems and shadow conversations and projections and unknown aspects of self that just simply haven't been recognized yet to be revealed, to be healed, to show you what you're really capable of, to show you what you're really here to create. And a big conversation in Saturday's activation was around our quantum selves. We did a future self visualization. It was very powerful to bring back and literally information from the future into now, from our future selves, the aspect of us that already knows what we're here to do. And so a big aspect of that is recognizing that we're not alone, that the sense of isolation and abandonment and all of that sort of stuff that you may be feeling is legitimate, that we're born into a society that doesn't cultivate women coming together to support and share together. There's a big edge of competition that we get to heal on this path. And there's also links, and we talked about this Saturday, links into past lives as mentors and healers and priestesses in times past, that we did our sacred work and we died for it. And so that is actually in our DNA as trauma patterns that show up into now and why we don't move forward. It shows up in the way we sabotage ourselves and hold ourselves back. And it's powerful mojo. And honestly, when Spirit brought that message through, I was like, okay, sure. All right. Yeah. Past lives, somehow DNA activates and there's a trauma and wound that's holding me back now, but I'm in control. I got this. So I had to see Spirit show me through the path of teaching this work, the 10 years of supporting women and 5 on the priestess path, and in my own life and in my colleagues' lives. It's real. And it's powerful when we can give voice to what has been. That's the trauma pattern that worked itself out in this life that's holding us back. So when we have these spiritual awakenings, these breakthroughs into another way of being in the world, we recognize what I have been and what I have been doing is no longer working. And so we enter the space of Bardo, what the Buddhists call Bardo, which is the in-between space between what has been and what's becoming. And it's uncomfortable as hell to the ego because we are trained in to always know the answer. And if we don't know the answer, something's wrong with us. I'm going to call bullshit on that. It is not true. It's just simply a belief system we've been born into. The reality is that, if we work with this is another piece that came through Saturday and in all these teachings is the maiden, mother, queen, and crone. So the queen is working herself into between the mother and the crone. So for thousands of years, we've been into this trinity of maiden, mother, crone. Well, this is one of the many things that Spirit showed me that is really shifting and changing big time right now in 2021. It started in 2020. It's been starting for a while. Is new archetypes, new embodiments of divine beings and guides and angels and protectors, and new ways of doing education and relationship and our sexuality and healing. All of it is changing. New ways are being born. And you may have heard, we're birthing the new earth. Well, what the heck does that mean? That we're birthing a new way of being in every aspect of our lives. And that's what this path is about. And so when you have what I'm going to call a spiritual breakthrough, is a crack in your awareness, it can feel like you're going nuts and you're losing your shit, and all of a sudden nothing makes sense anymore. Because that's basically what's happening. We've just been trained to believe that there's something wrong with us if that's happening. And so again, calling bullshit on that. You're waking up to what's next. You're waking up to a new reality. You're waking up to your quantum creation, the part of you that knows you're capable of way more than you've been living. You're capable of healing yourself like that. You're capable of creating exactly what you want right there. Just like that. Our mind gets in the way. Our belief systems, our structural dialogue that we've been born into, it's simply a belief system. So on this path, we deconstruct all of that belief system, that way of being, and we reconstruct ourselves as an empowered priestess that knows what she wants, knows why she's here, learns to communicate that with love and compassion, sets necessary boundaries to do the work you came here to do, and to align yourself with your destiny and purpose. Because that is the voice inside of you that's speaking so strongly. The reason why you're not fully fulfilled is because you're not living to the capacity of passion and ecstasy and breakthrough and purpose that you came here to live. But it is possible for you. I have broken through over and over and over again, and I'm breaking through a next level now as we speak. And the sisters that are around me all are going through deep transformation, regardless of where in the world they live, if they're in a relationship or not, what their ethnicity is, what their background is, how much money they make or not. None of that matters. That we're all going through a massive global shift. And so here's what I want to share with you tonight around this to support you is you're not alone. It's time to anchor into a spiritual practice that you believe in, that anchors you into your truth every day. That all of the craziness that's been unfolding on the planet is going to continue and get stronger, because the old way of being is holding on with a death grip to the old way. And we're seeing it outside of ourselves. That's also going to happen inside of you, because there's no separation from the outside to the inside, right? So your inner dialogue, your inner ego that wants to keep you safe is going to try to hold on to the old. And it's going to get really uncomfortable, because your soul, your expansive soul, your priestess self is ready to get on with it, ready to step into your work, or ready to get supported, ready to live the life you came here to live, that is a vision and dream that has not manifested yet. And I'm imagining you're like me, you want to travel the world and go to exotic places, and maybe write that book that's been sitting in the back of your mind, or create the podcast, or create the inspired business to support people in the way you know you're here to support, to weave together all of your magic and mystery that you are, and to be in loving, compassionate relationships, and to be supported in sisterhood. That's what this is all about. And so you're not alone. Your voice, your life matters. Your gifts are important. The world is ready for them. And the people that you're here to serve are ready to receive them. And there's nothing like the feeling in the world to be living your purpose and to making good money, doing what you love, to be supported, and to live the life you actually came here to create. And so whatever you're experiencing right now, that might be a midlife crisis, spiritual breakthrough, allow yourself to be in it. Allow yourself to be in the Bardo. It is the feminine place of the sacred feminine void of all creation, where anything is possible. It's a rich place to be. We also spoke this weekend about the importance of dreaming, daydreaming, allowing yourself to just receive the answer, to stop pushing and ruminating and figuring it out, and to allow. Another big piece that came through this weekend, whatever your vision and dream is for the world, all the perfect people, resources, and circumstances have already aligned to support that dream in unfolding. And for many women that step onto this path, this is a big piece of it, to be seen and supported unconditionally, to bring all of your wild magic to the table, and to allow yourself to be seen in that is so incredibly healing and empowering. And that's what this work is about. So my loves, I'm going to drop the link here to the 2-month course. where I'm actually going to make a video to introduce it. So I'll share a little bit more about it, but I want to go ahead and share. I'm just too excited to share. Like right now, for those of you that have been listening for a while, that you know this course is coming, we've set our dates for May and June. The final day and time will be decided as our group forums. We're getting pretty close to what that time frame is based on time zones and work schedules. So always find a time that works for everyone to join us live for this powerful 8-session live teaching. This is probably going to be the last time I teach this 2-month course live, because I'm training my high priestesses into facilitation as they move into the multiple levels of program. So I'll drop that link here. Share below what you received from tonight. I would love to hear that. Welcome new women to the temple. And those of you that joined us Saturday, so amazing to be with you. Such an incredible time. The team was like in love with all of you afterwards, and our priestesses that joined. And so excited to have many of you join us for that 2-month process. We're going to have a bonus launch call in April for anybody that joins us in March. So much love and blessings. Good night for now. I look forward to hearing in the comments what you received from tonight. Ta-ta.